A trusted officer, sworn to uphold the law, found herself entangled in a web of deception, leading to a scandal that would challenge perceptions of duty, morality, and
A newer
personal
Detroit
freedom.
police officer is off the job after it was revealed she had a racy page on the OnlyFans website.
Our own Fox News' Randy Wimbley joins us with the naked truth about this story.
Welcome to True Crime Stories Unlimited, where we uncover the darkest mysteries, unsolved crimes, and shocking investigations from around the world. We dive deep into real-life crime stories, exploring the truth behind the headlines, the mysteries that remain unsolved, and the chilling tales that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Let's dive in. Detective Marcus Reed had seen his fair share of controversies within the Detroit Police Department, but nothing quite like this. The morning had started like any other until Captain Laura Simmons summoned him to her office, her expression a mix of disbelief and concern. "Marcus, we've got a situation," she began, sliding a manila folder across her desk. "An anonymous tip came in about one of our own." Reed opened the folder to find screenshots from an OnlyFans account featuring explicit content. His eyes widened as he recognized the face staring back at him. Officer Sarah Mitchell, a respected member of the force for over 5 years.
Officers, through her Instagram account, had a paywall set up and was posting pornographic videos on the other side of the paywall.
People who were going on there accessing that clearly knew that she was a Detroit cop.
Yes, it appears so.
Chris Gravelin, director of DPD's Professional Standards section, says Chief James White was informed of the OnlyFans account Tuesday morning. He launched an investigation and later suspended Zelensky. Top brass later found out she resigned the day prior.
As long as she's not doing anything illegal, OnlyFans is legal, right?
Mixed reaction amongst people we talked with in downtown Detroit.
You know, you represent the city when you got on the badge, and it's just bad representation for the city, in my opinion.
I don't think she should technically get in trouble for it.
Since she's promoting it like on her Instagram along with promoting being a cop, I could see how that's a conflict of interest.
"Is this verified?" Reed asked, still processing the images. "We're working on it," Simmons replied. "But if it's true, this could be a PR nightmare. I need you to handle this discreetly." Reed began his inquiry by reviewing Mitchell's service record. She had an exemplary history, commendations for bravery, community service awards, and a spotless disciplinary record. It didn't add up. He decided to approach her directly. Finding her in the precinct's gym, Reed observed her sparring with a punching bag, her movements precise and controlled. "Sarah, got a minute?" he called out. She turned, wiping sweat from her brow. "Sure, detective." "What's up?" "Let's talk in private." In the interrogation room, Reed laid the photos on the table. "Care to explain this?" Mitchell's face paled. She stared at the images, then met Reed's gaze. "I can explain." "I'm listening." Sarah took a deep breath. "A year ago, my mother was diagnosed with cancer. The medical bills piled up, and I was drowning financially. A friend suggested OnlyFans as a way to make extra money.
Of interest.
OnlyFans has proved to be a financial boon for some content creators. An Arizona teacher claims to have made $1 million on the site after quitting her job and posting videos on the platform full-time. Zelensky had been on the force for less than a year. She graduated from the police academy back in March.
"I was desperate." Reed listened, noting the sincerity in her voice. "I never thought it would interfere with my job," she continued. "I used a pseudonym, never showed my face in uniform, and kept my personal life separate from work. I didn't think anyone would find out." "But someone did," Reed said, "and now it's out in the open." News of the scandal spread quickly. The media latched onto the story, painting Mitchell as a disgrace to the badge. Public opinion was divided. Some condemned her actions, while others sympathized with her plight. Within the department, tensions rose. Fellow officers whispered behind her back, and trust eroded. The Internal Affairs Division launched a formal investigation, and Mitchell was placed on administrative leave. Determined to clear her name, Sarah hired attorney Lisa Grant, known for taking on high-profile cases. Sarah's actions, while unconventional, were driven by necessity, Grant argued in a press conference. She did not break any laws, and her performance as an officer remained exemplary. This situation highlights the broader issue of how we support our public servants. The narrative began to shift. Discussions about the financial struggles of law enforcement officers and the ethical boundaries of personal freedom versus professional responsibility emerged. After weeks of deliberation, the Police Review Board reached a decision. Sarah Mitchell would be suspended without pay for 6 months for conduct unbecoming.
The bedrocks of DPD is that you have to keep your private life unsullied as well. And so this is a major point of emphasis to our officers. And so when we see something like this, the command moves very quickly. Chief White takes these things very seriously because it represents not just DPD, but all of the city of Detroit.
Coming of an officer, but would not be terminated. Chief of Police Anthony Williams addressed the media. Officer Mitchell made a mistake, but she has served this city with honor. We must balance accountability with compassion. Sarah returned to the force after her suspension, her reputation tarnished, but her resolve strengthened. The scandal prompted the department to implement new policies regarding secondary employment and provided resources for officers facing financial hardships. Detective Reed reflected on the case, recognizing the complexities of human nature and the gray areas that often accompany the pursuit of justice. In the end, the incident served as a catalyst for change, reminding everyone that behind the badge lies a human being, susceptible to the same struggles as anyone else.